welcome to the Quarter by Quarter podcast presented by me, Brian Colomb Jr. And here today we got a very special guest, Brian Colomb Sr. Would you like to introduce yourself more?
Well, Brian Colomb Sr. I'm honored to be the first guest on Quarter by Quarter, your first podcast. Looking forward to the picks, the previews, and the predictions that we have. I'm excited, man. Let's go ahead.
All right, bet. So we're going to be covering 3 exciting games, interesting games from week 3 of the NFL about to go on tomorrow. And at first, let's go at Chargers Vikings. 2 0-2 teams, struggling, talented teams.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about them?
Man, Vikings and Chargers. Both of them have played some real close games. No, they're both 0-2. They played some real close games. Vikings seem like they don't have no run game whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
But it seems also to me like Herbert, he hasn't been his same, like he was last year. It's like something's missing. So for me, somebody got to win, right?
Yeah.
This game is in Minnesota, so I would say my pick for San Diego, Minnesota would be Minnesota, and the main thing would be because of home field advantage. What's your thoughts?
Minnesota does have a loud crowd, but they also have no run game. But like you said, Herbert, for someone constantly compared to Joe Burrow, hasn't lived up to that level. Neither has Burrow though this season, but still. So man, I really don't know. Both these teams, they're gonna play it close no matter what. Man, these the type of teams I feel like they may tie. They always got some weird endings.
That would be interesting, man. If they ended in a tie, that would be interesting.
So I may go 30-30 tie. 30-30 tie.
You're actually gonna go a tie for this game? Seriously?
I mean, you know how the Vikings, they got weird endings to their games. They play a lot close. Chargers always close. So I can see that happening. They even.
Okay.
I can see it.
That's an interesting pick. But I mean, it is what it is. So we go with it. I'm going with the Vikings. You say you going with a tie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's the first game, right?
Okay. Next up, we got a division rival of my team, the Falcons versus the Lions. 1-1 so far. Defeated the former Super Bowl champions, reigning Super Bowl champions. So what do you think?
You want me to go first on this one?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'll go first. Phenomenal run game. Bijan Robinson, used to call him Bijan. Apparently his name is Bijan. Got Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier. I mean, they got a stacked run game, but they do have Desmond Ridder at QB.
That's right.
And they have been complaining a lot. Kyle Pitts don't get targets. Drake London doesn't get targets, but they can run the ball. And going up against the Lions team, though, well coached, got Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson as their offensive coordinator. Got a lot of talent, even though their safety, starting nickel corner, CD did go down with a season-ending injury.
And that's going to be big because what he's done, he's brought that energy. I think that's what Johnson has done everywhere he's been, even for us at the Saints. He went to Philly. That's what he done. He brought that energy. So it's going to be interesting to see what that energy is like come this game. But go ahead on, sir.
Oh yeah, nah, you good. So yeah, Falcons 2-0 so far. I don't think they're as good as their record shows. But Lions, well coached team. They can go through adversity. I like the talent. Jared Goff, I think he's a decent QB. He'll make the big plays when needed. So yeah, I like the Lions winning 24-20.
Okay.
Close game.
Okay, 24-20. And this game, this is at the Lions, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Detroit.
For me, again, the way you started off, like I said, both of these teams have been surprisingly good this year. Versus from their defensive side of the ball. They both got rookie running backs. They got your guy from Alabama. What I mean? They got Jamar up over there. So when you look at Bijan Robinson, what he's been able to do in Atlanta, he looks like he's the truth. Like I've told you previously, he really looks like he's the truth. He's good. And as much as I hate saying this, the Falcons defense, they look pretty stout. But I think again, it's going to come down to quarterback play. And I don't think Desmond Ridder is ready for that role yet. I think Jared Goff, he understands what it takes, So for me, I'm going to pick the Lions as well for 2 reasons. It's in Detroit, and Jared Goff as that X factor, right? And I'm going to go with the Lions. We're putting a score on it. I didn't put a score on my first one, but we're putting a score on it. So I would say the Lions 24-10. Lions win. Yeah, so I'm going with the Lions. That's right.
I can see that. The QB play is definitely a big difference between Ridder and Jared Goff.
That's right.
So next up, we got one of the greatest teams ever.
You say the best for last, right?
Yeah. From New Orleans, the Saints playing at the Packers in Green Bay, Lambeau Field, against first-year starting, practically a rookie, Jordan Love at QB. It's going to be interesting. The Saints offense they've been getting a lot of big plays, but showed a lot in the red zone. So how do you think they'll fare in Green Bay?
I mean, again, you want to be biased with this pick, but again, I'm a diehard Saints fan, so you got your autograph. But still trying to be biased with this pick. As you know, when we talk sports, we always try to look at it from the big picture, right? So for me, again, even though we've struggled offensively, I think we played some really good defensive teams, starting off with the Titans, and this past week against Carolina. Carolina got a real stout front. I do think we got the talent with Kamara being out and Jamal Williams recently being hurt. I think we got the talent at receiver, kind of carry the load. Like I've told you as well. I think Carr he's right on that cusp of hitting his mark, and I think this is gonna be his breakout game. So for me, again, I'm gonna go Saints, man. I'm gonna go Saints, and I'm gonna go Saints. This is gonna be surprising to hear again because of the first 2 low-scoring games. But I'm gonna go Saints, and I'm gonna go 31-10, because you think about it. Last time they played Green Bay, they beat them 38-3. So I think Pete Carmichael understands what it takes to beat the Green Bay defense. So again, I'm going big.
Yeah,
we got 31-10.
Yeah, we got a big matchup.
That's right.
Chris Olave versus Jair Alexander, but we also got Shaheed, Michael Thomas. They can't cover them all.
MT playing, man. And
it looked like receiver 1 for the Packers, Christian Watson's going to be out for the third straight week. So it looks rough for the Packers, but Matt LaFleur has done a great job calling plays. Jordan Love's been really good from what you expect from a first-year starting QB.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, I hope the offense can break out this week, and the defense always stout.
Right.
Shout out to Carl Granderson, just re-upped on his deal. He's had a breakout season so far.
Man got to the money.
He got to the
bank.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Saints. I'm not gonna go as lopsided as you did.
Okay.
But I'm definitely gonna pick the Saints. Like 24-13, it's going to be close a little bit, but I think they'll break away. As we've seen, Derek Carr has made some big plays every game to separate the game and help them win.
That's right.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints.
Good deal. So, there we go, right?
Yeah.
So 3 interesting picks for the week 1. Cool.
Yeah. Wow. Hey. What do you think about the Eagles Buccaneers?
So you throwing a wild card in there? Is that due to our executive producer? I mean, I know our executive producer.
Yeah, she is.
She's an Eagle fan. So I think with this being the first episode of quarter by quarter, I think we throw a wild card there. I would have to go to Eagles.
Easy.
I would have to go to Eagles. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts back there. I mean, they're probably one of the top 3 talented teams in the league all the way around on both sides of the ball. Well, actually, in all 3 facets of the game, special teams, defense, and offense. So definitely going to Eagles there.
Yeah, I think they're outmatched, even though both teams are undefeated. The Bucks, I mean, they face the Bears and the Vikings so far. So it's like
but it won't be easy.
Oh no, it won't
I
be
told
easy,
you, let's not sleep. Let's not sleep on Baker. Let's not sleep on Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield is rehabbing his image. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's showing what he's capable of, and not only that, he got two good receivers there. He got Evans on one side, and he got Goodwin on the other side. So I think now he got some weapons at his disposal. But again, I'm still gonna go with the Eagles. But let's not sleep on Baker. And I didn't put a score on him. So my score, I'm thinking this is gonna be a close one, right? This game is in Philly or Tampa.
I'm pretty sure it's in Philly.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna still make it a close game because again, I think Baker got some weapons over there. So for this one, I'm gonna go 24-21. Eagles.
Yeah, I would go somewhere around what you said, maybe like 27-21. I think it's gonna be a close game though, like the Eagles had with their first game against the Patriots. But just that talent, you know, in the coaching, they're gonna be able to pull through at the end.
Okay.
So yeah, that's our wild card pick of the week. Shout out to our executive producer Lexi Cologne, Eagles fan. So yeah, this has been a great episode, Quarter by Quarter podcast, covering week 3 of the NFL, most interesting, exciting games. Shout out to you, special guest.
Man, thank you for having me, man. Especially as your first guest, I'm honored. You know what I mean? Proud of what you're doing here too. You know, doing something you love, starting a podcast off, getting you some 3 games out there, and even throwing a wild card out there. I heard you may even throw some wild card college games out there, depending on the day you do your next show.
Yeah.
So again, man, thank you. I'm proud of you. Appreciate you having me on as your first guest. Thanks, boss.
Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, that's a wrap on this podcast, episode 1, covering week 3. Appreciate y'all, everyone that's seen that. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
It's a wrap.